At this time, we would also like to introduce you all to the Director of the Mayor's Office on African Affairs, Director Mamadou Samba.
HU? I didn't hear anything. HU? I don't know what you said for Wagner. What is it? Wagner? Good afternoon, everybody. I used to be a comedian in my other life, but greetings to everybody, to all the participants, the dignitaries, the Washington Mandela Fellows from Howard and Wagner, and to all the organizations that have joined us here today. On behalf of the Mayor's Office on African Affairs, and on behalf of the Commission on African Affairs, I'd like to welcome you to the second annual Young African ConneXions Summit. It is my hope that this summit, which is themed Impact Through Leadership, Civic Engagement, and Social Entrepreneurship, will stimulate collaborative dialogue, inspire result-driven leadership, and foster intercontinental connections of diverse ideas and communities. Connection, as it is used here with a big X, has become a central theme of our programs and events during the past 18 months. Because by making connections, we take further steps towards stronger communities and the needed change that we all are inspiring to see. Connections between the African diaspora in the US, the African diaspora in those on the continent, connections between students and professionals, between the public sector and the private sector, between generations, cultures, and around the ideas that impact us all. And so this year, the Mayor's Office and the Commission on African Affairs celebrate 10 years, marking a decade of service to the African community and celebrating a rich cultural diversity in the District of Columbia. During the past 10 years, we made significant accomplishments to ensure that the African community takes full advantage of the wide range of resources and information provided by the DC government. Particularly since January 2015, we've celebrated tangible achievements that directly impact our community. For example, the establishment of the African Community Public Safety Task Force to brainstorm on the public safety challenges of the African community. The task force led to the establishment of the first ever African liaison affiliates team within the police department, thereby helping to address public safety challenges stemming from the lack of understanding, fear of law enforcement, and cultural and language barriers. And I'm glad to know that we have Officer Brian Davis. Please stand up. Officer Brian Davis is part of the, he's off duty, but he can still arrest you, right? And so Officer Davis is part of the liaison unit that works directly with our office to address the public safety challenge of the African community. So I'd really like to thank you for coming. To address critical gaps in demographic information, we launched the first ever collaborative research project focused on the African population in DC. As we speak, a report is currently being edited and finalized in partnership with George Mason University's Institute for Immigration Research, which will provide much needed data for subsequent policy discussions and for various stakeholders. In November 2015, in partnership with the Office of the Chief Technology Officer and Coders for Africa, we launched the very first African Diaspora Coding Academy called ECHO. This program, which is the first of its kind for the African community, aims to bridge the digital divide by providing web and mobile application training to 120 African residents. I am happy to report that today, over 70 African residents have completed the program, and we have some in the audience. As part of our multicultural awareness programs, we produce and screen Diaspora in Dialogue, a film that highlights the contribution and presence of the African community. I was just informed by the Oscars that we were nominated for an Oscar, and so look out for that at some point. I'm just kidding, of course. We bid farewell to all commissioners and welcome new commissioners on the team, and together we hosted 2 town halls, organized workshop on President Obama's executive action on immigration, participated in the Africa Day celebration with the African Diplomatic Corps, supported Mayor Bowser's plan to end homelessness in the district and to raise the minimum wage to $15 per hour by 2020. We even presented our programs to Grammy-winning artist Youssou N'Dour, South Africa singer Ivan Shaka Shaka, and legendary Ethiopian singer Mahmoud Ahmed. But perhaps the most memorable of achievements is the 2015 inaugural Mandela Day of Service with the Washington Mandela Fellows from Howard University, during which an ancient discovery was actually made in the form of a VHS video cassette tape. I was also just informed that, if you want to, it is being curated at the Smithsonian, next to King Tut, so you guys have to go and check it out. It is without a doubt that this past decade has made us, and the next one will definitely define us. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. We need the African community to support us. We need you to support us in helping our mayor ensure that every single African has a fair shot. We need you to get civically engaged, to get involved in the discussion, to be an active part of the conversation, and to shy away from what divides us and lead towards to what unites us as a community. I look forward to a successful summit, and I hope you will join us tomorrow for the Mandela Day of Service, and who knows, you may find another ancient discovery. I don't know what it is. And so, thank you very much for all of that.